As the saying goes, you'll remember November, and the second slate of November games is coming up starting tonight, week 10. We're picking all the games today on the Locked On NFL Scouting Podcast.
You are Locked On NFL Scouting with the Draft Dudes, your daily podcast for NFL and college football scouting. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What's better than this? It's guys being dudes here on the Locked On NFL Scouting Podcast. We're the Draft Dudes. I'm Joe Marino from Locked On Bills. He's Kyle Krabs from Locked On Dolphins. And we are your NFL experts here with you daily to talk team building across the league on the Locked On NFL Scouting Podcast with the Draft Dudes, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Want to issue a big thank you, shout out, and welcome to our everydayers. Those of you who never miss a single episode, we appreciate y'all being here very, very much. Today's episode is sponsored by Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code LOCKEDONNFL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup.
Joe, pretty solid last week on the show, but we will not remember it as another 10-win against the spread victory, which we were excited about potentially happening for the show. Anybody who's new to Thursday games, Joe and I pick the game straight up. The show uses the formula that we use to grade all the players in the summertime, and then we do our updates to pick the games against the spread. The show is correctly picking 56% of games against the spread through the first 9 weeks of the season. So fired up about that number. Or what? Our year one we did it. We is it 59.5? Did we get 60% against the spread for like the whole season, every game?
Every game.
So we're making a push.
Because
we had what was it? Week 5 was just like. What week was it that was catastrophically bad against the spread?
It was
week 6. We went 6-8.
6-8, yeah.
It kind of put us in a hole. And now we've got some momentum. 9-5 last week against the spread, 10-3 the week before that, 9-6 4 weeks ago, 7-8 3 weeks ago. So we're on a little bit of a heater, and we're going to see if we can parlay that through. And you and I don't have to worry about spreads. We're just picking games and previewing some matchups to know for each game.
Just picking games, Kyle. You're up 4.
Guys
4 here.
Games. What's better than this? Guys picking games.
Let's do it.
Okay. My goal is to not say throughout the entirety of the show the two numbers that come after 5 back to back.
It's going to happen. I'll be ready for it too. Shocked the world yesterday.
Yeah. The Broncos tonight, home, hosting the Las Vegas Raiders in a divisional matchup on a short week. Handsomely favored. They're favored by more than one score. 8.5 points is the spread in this game. Where's our appetite for? I'm going to pick the Broncos to win the game just because of what the Raiders' offense has largely looked like for the vast majority of this season. Now they get Brock Bowers back. I think the Broncos are very, very well equipped to handle that. I don't think the Raiders' offensive line has played well enough to offset what the Broncos' front seven can do. And I trust Sean Payton to make enough plays against a Raiders team that I think is just kind of outgunned defensively in this matchup against Denver.
Kyle, you remember weeks 5, 6, and 7 where we had this stretch of division games Thursday night, and the team you didn't think was going to win won the game.
Yeah.
The Niners beat the Rams. The Giants beat the Eagles.
There's a loss to the Bengals.
Yeah. The Raiders, are they next? Spoiler? Played competitively against the Jags last week? No.
They did?
No, they're not. They're not tonight. Not tonight.
I'm inclined to agree with you, but
I know. You got to be a little nervous, right? A little bit.
I do not have the confidence level that I should for an 8.5-point home favorite.
No.
Division opponent, short week, at home. I should be like, yeah, man, let's match that as a pick 'em or just a straight pick 'em. I don't feel that way because, there's been some variance with Bo Nix.
Yeah.
The offense has been very hit or miss. There's been times where they've been explosive play reliant. If you don't get that, if you have a key turnover, I do think Brock Bowers coming back gives the Raiders offense enough where I think they'll score some, get some chunk plays of their own. Weird game. The show likes the Raiders to cover the spread.
Geno Smith against the Broncos pass rush is not something I'm vibing with. That's probably my biggest concern.
Vibes are bad.
that I don't like. And this is their first meeting, right?
I believe that is
This
factual.
is their first meeting. Give me Denver.
Okay, Denver at home, short week.
Yep.
I'm with you. Confidence level is not very high. We're back to a 9:30 kick the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, welcome back. Not a bad game here, right?
It'll be better than the game that's in the 9:30 kick next week. I can tell you that with a great deal of confidence.
Kyle, come on. We'll deal with that next week.
Atlanta, the bipolar Falcons against the Indianapolis Colts, who are probably a little smarting after turning the ball over every time they had the ball against the Steelers.
So
that doesn't happen this time around.
Listen, you've got Jonathan Taylor and this Colts rushing offense against the smallest front in the NFL. I think they learned some hard lessons last week. They didn't run the ball enough against Pittsburgh. Got out of their script. I think they get back on track. Sauce Gardner against Drake London in his debut. Let's go. Give me the Colts.
Yeah, I think the Colts, if they're smart, we don't try to do too much offensively in this game. We don't reinvent the wheel, and we say big blanks small, and we have big, and the Falcons have small, right? Yeah. And just reset the line of scrimmage and run the football.
Right. You don't want to get into a drop back game against Atlanta with the way they're going to pressure. I'd like to think that Shane Steichen is aware of this and just runs Jonathan Taylor 30 times.
You know, I think a matchup that is fun is the Falcons' second level and their safeties against Tyler Warren. I think that has a chance to be like a really fun, like when you turn on the game and the tape after the fact, I think that can be a really entertaining layer to this football game to go back and watch. Because that's the Steelers with Jalen Ramsey played Ramsey at safety, and he was really physical with Tyler Warren. I don't think the Falcons have that group, but I do think they got some athletic, diverse backers. Should be fun. I'm with you picking the Colts, and the show likes the Colts to cover the spread against the Falcons.
All right.
AFC South. Can we get one more in here?
Let's get it in.
The Texans at home. CJ Stroud not expected to play.
Oh, really?
That was what D'Amico Ryan said yesterday. Was CJ Stroud was not expected to play this week.
He's been ruled out. Yes. He's already been ruled out.
That was a nasty, nasty concussion last week.
Oh, that sucks. So I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big CJ Stroud guy. You could not deny that he was starting to cook.
CJ Stroud.
Because he declared himself a top 3 quarterback in the NFL ahead of Josh Allen coming out of his rookie year. And I don't vibe with it, brother. I don't vibe with it.
You don't want your quarterback to have a little bit of confidence?
Kyle, please. The guy went on a national tour declaring himself as an elite NFL quarterback.
Yeah, don't do the podcast tour. I get it, right? Like him and Micah had a great – they're going to be draft dudes 15 years from now.
Right. We will seed the show. You can have it.
We'll give you the feed.
We'll give you the
15
feed.
Years from now, we'll give you the feed.
You'll give you the feed. That's a big deal. If you know, you know.
Oh, yeah. That's a big
if you know, you know.
Big asset. I'm picking CJ Stroud Texans to win this game. I don't think I can pick the non-CJ Stroud Texans to win this game against Jacksonville.
I tend to agree with you. If CJ Stroud was playing, I'm telling you, I was in on the Texans in this game. I love the way he was getting it going.
Me too.
Am I concerned about Jacksonville on the road against Houston's defense? Oh, I certainly am. Especially with, you're probably not going to have your 2 best receivers. And I'm going to have to run the ball. Houston could stop the run. If Houston had Stroud, I'd be so big on them this week.
But they don't.
They don't.
I'm picking Jackson.
Are you picking Jacksonville?
I'm picking Jacksonville to win the game. Yes.
Yeah,
if CJ Stroud was playing, I'm picking Houston, but he's not playing.
FanDuel has this line still at 1.5, knowing Davis Mills is playing.
Yeah.
Davis Mills is also not the worst backup quarterback in the NFL.
He's not, but he's not CJ Stroud.
Is the best individual unit in this game Houston's defense?
I don't know. I like the Jaguars pass rush against this offensive line of Houston's too.
Yeah, that's not a bad point.
You know, it's like it would be one thing if you were playing it like a punchless defense, but Jacksonville can get after the quarterback, and the Texans' offensive line with Davis Mills,
I'm sweating this, dude.
Do you want to come back to it after the break?
Yeah,
We'll take a break and think about it?
Yeah, I'm going to need to. Okay.
Okay.
We'll do that next. Folks, be sure to stick with us. You know the saying, look good, feel good. The problem is that most dress clothes only check one of those boxes. They look sharp but feel stiff, hot, and high maintenance. That's why there's Mitson & Main. Mitson & Main makes classic menswear with performance fabrics, so it's effortless to look sharp and feel comfortable. They actually invented the performance fabric dress shirt over 10 years, and they perfected it since. And I'll tell you what, I don't wear a lot of like dress-up clothes. But my wife drugged me to an event recently where I had to wear like a sports coat and like dress pants. And so I got a pair of Mitson & Main dress pants, and they were undoubtedly the most comfortable pair of pants I've ever worn. They're loose where they need to be loose, and they fit well. They move with, I mean, they're phenomenal. I don't think I'll wear another pair of pants. It's not Mitson & Main. Again, it's the feel of athletic wear, but the look of professional menswear. Check it out right now. Mitson & Main is offering our listeners 20% off their first purchase at mitsonandmain.com with promo code LOCKEDONNFL20. That's Mitson, spelled M-I-Z-Z-E-N, and Main, M-A-I-N. Promo code LOCKEDONNFL20 for 20% off. And if you'd rather shop in person, you can find Mitson & Main stores in select states. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement of this sports season, whether you're following the NFL, NBA, or both. There's no better time to jump in on the action. If you haven't tried it yet, Prize Picks is the simplest way to play. You just pick more or less on at least two player stats, and if you get them right, you win. It takes less than 60 seconds to make your lineup, and you can play anywhere Prize Picks operates, including California, Texas, and Georgia. I've been using Prize Picks during both football Sundays and NBA tip-offs. It just keeps every game exciting. And I love this. They have the injury reboot feature. So if one of your players leaves early with an injury, that will save your lineup from a loss. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code LOCKEDONNFL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONNFL for $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
You done? If you filibustered long enough to make a pick?
I like Houston at home.
Okay.
I'm riding the defense. And Davis Mills is not the worst backup quarterback in the league.
The irony here is the show also likes the Texans because it's at home.
These teams like this, Houston, Jacksonville, Denver, you and I are just not picking them the same this year.
No, and I'm just glad we got Tim's.
I know.
Tim's appeased early.
Within 3 picks.
Yeah, within 3 picks, we've made a different pick. So Tim, happy Thursday to you, brother. Undoubtedly sure to still be listening and hating every second of it.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
The Chicago Bears hosting the New York Giants as our next matchup. The Bears at home, favored by 4.5 points. Tell me why I shouldn't pick Chicago. I want to pick New York.
Yeah, me too.
But this was not the Giants defense we thought it was going to be at the beginning of the year. And I think Chicago and what they can do on the run game with their offensive line against what the Giants' rush defense has been changes the calculus for me.
Yeah, I want to pick the Giants too, but I just can't be. And it's really just about the Giants' run defense is bad. They're giving up 5.5 yards per carry.
What are they?
5.5 yards per carry.
No. You think they're bad?
Really bad.
How bad?
Really bad.
Bad to the bone.
So, yeah, give me Ben Johnson and a physical offensive line. By the way, Darnell Wright playing really well at right tackle for them. Yeah, put me down for Chicago reluctantly.
The show has the Giants +4. So the show likes the Giants to cover the 4.5 points. Also, young quarterback Jackson Dart against a Dennis Allen defense.
Yeah, they don't have any pass rush, though, man.
Well, we're okay. Blitz. Just blitz.
It's the scheme, right, Kyle? It's the scheme.
Like scheme up pressure.
It's not working for Washington this year like it's supposed to.
The Purple Bowl.
It's very important. Yes.
The Ravens on the road against Minnesota, favored by 4.5 points, Joe.
It's Brian Flores, man. We've seen
Yeah.
it, Kyle. We've seen it. Think he's ready to go this time against Lamar?
Third time through the lineup.
I wish I had like a tick more confidence in in Baltimore's defense. But it's Lamar Jackson, dude. It's Lamar Jackson against the Vikings. JJ McCarthy. I'm going with Lamar in this urgency that they have and this opportunity to bridge the gap in the North. I think they get this one on the road.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty close game. But if you told me somebody's making the critical mistake, it's probably a young quarterback in JJ McCarthy in a big spot, right?
Well, it's the regular season too, so.
Right. Yeah. Good point. I'm with you picking the Ravens. The show likes the Ravens to cover the 4.5. So we're all riding Baltimore together to kind of continue this post-bye week push that everybody assumed that they were going to go on. I like the added Draymond Jones. The offensive line in Minnesota a little banged up.
Baltimore's held their last 3 opponents to 17, 16, and 6 points.
They played the Dolphins.
The Dolphins, the Bears, and the Rams. They've got a takeaway in 3 straight games.
Rams is the most impressive one.
Yeah.
Browns and Jets playing each other 1:00. I'm sad I can't watch this one. I got to waste my time with what's going to be a 3-touchdown blowout in South Florida, and would much rather watch this one. But the Jets traded everybody. The vibes are not good in Cleveland either. Kevin Stefanski giving up play calling duty for the second consecutive year.
Yeah, David Njoku wants to be there though. He said he was happy to not be traded.
Yep. Quincy Williams benched to go with Quinnen Williams being traded.
Why didn't you trade? Well, I don't know. Maybe
they tried. They tried.
Wait, then you just cave. Don't. At some point, you just have to cave.
Yeah. What do you want to do? The blank for blank pick swap?
Honestly, he should have. Dallas should have demanded him back in the trade with Quinnen.
I believe they tried.
Well, how do you not get that done?
I believe the Jets tried to move him. Regardless.
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn is not messing around. Before the season, I sit down and I ask Joe Marino, who are the 3 best defensive players on the New York Jets? Are your answers not Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, and Quincy Williams?
Yes, that would be my answer. Because that is the answer.
Not anymore, it's not. So I'm picking the Browns to win the game. As much as I would love to pick the Jets and think that the Jets with Aaron Glenn and all of the upheaval is kind of the pivot point to a buy-in for the guys that are playing. I just think we're at that point where we don't have enough most weeks.
Both teams off the bye. I'll go with you here, Cleveland, but I'm not going to be surprised if the Jets win this game.
Who do we think is a better coach team?
Cleveland.
Who is the best player?
Cleveland.
Okay, right. And
Cleveland kept a lot of their team intact too. Like in fact, they didn't trade anybody, did they?
They traded Greg Newsome for Tyson Campbell.
Right, and they kept Malik Collins too. Yeah. All right. Give me the Jets. Or the Browns, excuse me.
Yeah, the show likes the Browns to cover the 2.5 on the road as well. You want to go break and do the rest? We got 3 1:00 games, 3 4 o'clock games, and 2 primetime games to have to hammer through here. But you want to get in the break in early and then give ourselves as much time as we can?
Mashing the gas on the other side of it. Folks, be sure to stick with us. The NFL season is back, and honestly, there's nothing better than being in the stadium surrounded by fans cheering on your team. But let's be honest, getting tickets can be a hassle. Between queues, login screens, and prices jumping at checkout, it's frustrating. That's why I use Game Time, the app that gives the advantage back to fans. Game Time is fast, it's easy, and it's backed by the Game Time guarantee. You're always going to get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time and at the best price. Plus, all fees are included, so the price you see is the price you pay. The app is super simple, and I love that you can even see the exact view from your seat before purchasing, and it's this simple. Game Time is the fastest, cheapest, and least stressful way that I've ever purchased tickets. So download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, that's promo code LOCKEDON NFL for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download Game Time today.
Okay. The Panthers favored by 5.5 points at home against the Saints.
Keep pounding.
You were very convicted.
It's Saints with Tyler Shuck in his second career start. He doesn't have Shaheed. They're down offensive linemen. Panthers are coming off of a nice win over the Packers. They're at home.
I'm with you. And the show likes the Panthers because the show rankings hate the Saints this year. It's our least favorite team was the roster that had, and then they traded Rashid Shaheed and Trevor Penning
to our favorite team.
The Dolphins hosting the Bills. Bills favored by 9.5. I'm picking the Bills. The show likes the Bills to cover the 9.5. The floor is yours. We don't need to spend any more time on this formality of a football game. We have to.
Well, I mean, the Dolphins, they play the Bills competitively, don't they? Come on. Even in week 3.
They generally do find a way to be within one score in the final 5 minutes of the game and then make a backbreaking mistake and lose by 2 scores.
Right. Well,
yes.
What if they don't make the backbreaking mistake? I mean, they always do, but why do they have to this time?
They always do, and they've done it especially frequently this year against teams not named the Bills as well. So you tell me why I should believe.
With no James Cook, no Joey Bosa, maybe?
Is he not playing?
I don't know.
Is James Cook not going to play?
Didn't practice on Wednesday. I don't know.
Okay, it's a Wednesday practice.
I don't know, man.
Ray Davis will just run him over anyway.
Yeah, Ray Davis hasn't run over anything this year. I think he's got 10 carries for 15 yards. So
you want to get right, game. I got good news for you.
The Bills are playing just fine. They're playing just fine. I like what they're doing. Give them the Bills.
Just talk about a Ray Davis get right game.
Oh.
You can have it. Rico Dowdle, backup running back, went for 200. Rico is obviously now a starter, but maybe this is the catapult for Ray Davis to be the starting running back in Buffalo. Surpass James Cook. Whole show is on the Panthers. Whole show is on the Bills. The Patriots visiting the Bucs, our last 1:00 game. Also, Matt, I can't get a chance to watch this one because I think this has a potential for high entertainment value. Patriots are red hot. Bucs kind of continue to be banged up. Who gets this one done?
Man, this is a good game, right?
Yeah, it should be a good game.
I like the Bucs at home. They're off the bye.
I thought I was going to be off on a limb picking the Bucs.
Nah, dude. I respect the Patriots and Drake May and all that, but I like the Bucs off the bye. Patriots have played a few close games lately. I think there's an experience factor with this Tampa team at home off the bye that gets this one done. So go Bucs.
The Seahawks rematch of that one of those divisional Thursday night games from about a month ago. Seattle favored at home by 6.5 points against the Jacoby Brissett-led Arizona Cardinals. We probably need to talk a little bit more about that quarterback situation. It won't happen today. As Jonathan Gannon said, even if Kyler was healthy, I'd be going with Jacoby, and then they put Kyler on IR with the foot after we thought he was coming back last week, and now we're on IR.
Future Jets quarterback Kyler Murray.
Soft benching. I think it happened here in Arizona. Is it enough to beat the Seahawks in Seattle?
No. Seattle, I think they're just one of the most dynamic scheme teams in the league. They have talent. Sam Darnold's playing at an elite level. They've got Rashid Shaheed, which makes their offense even better. And Arizona's defense has got a little life, but I don't think it's enough here.
I'm with you. Seattle, I think they will win. I think this is the one area that I think Jacoby hurts is a dynamic rush like what Seattle has defensively. felt like a lot of what the Cardinals had going in the fourth quarter of the first game that these two teams played was Kyler kind of being able to extend some plays. I don't think that's going to be a piece of the calculus for Jacoby. I'm a little worried about how they're going to match up front. And then this Seahawks offense is humming. So I'm with you. The show does like the Cardinals to cover the plus 6.5. Rams 49ers in San Francisco.
Rams off the bye too, right?
Yeah. It would have been no. The Rams played the Saints last week, so it might as well.
It felt like a bye. I was like, what did the Rams do last week? I forgot. Yeah. Oh, they played the Saints. So I always forget
were
that game.
A bye 2 weeks ago and then played the Saints. So
yeah. I feel like it's been completely irrelevant for a while now. The Niners, I mean, I hate going against them because they typically make me pay, but I like the problems that this Rams defense can create for opponents, and I think they can heat up Mac Jones. I think obviously
thought that last time too.
I know the Rams are pretty dynamic with how they throw the football. I just think the Rams win.
Puka's playing, right?
I don't know. Whoever knows.
I hope he's playing. I just traded for him in fantasy.
What'd that cost you?
So it's a super flex league. I had 4 quarterbacks, and the team I traded with only had 1 quarterback, and it was Aaron Rodgers because Kyler Murray got benched and put on.
Oh, well done, sir. Well done.
So I flipped DK Metcalf and Michael Penix for Puka Nacua.
Oh, I think that's a great trade for you.
Yeah, I thought it was a great trade.
And he gets to put the DK and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it Austin? Is it Austin? Is that him?
No, it's not Austin.
Okay.
It's Sam.
All right. I was a big Steelers guy. I didn't know if that was leveraging the Homer stuff there,
Yep. No, I was just fortunate with the strategy paid off. As a super flex, I'm gonna go young. So I drafted Jackson Dart at the beginning of the year. I got Penix, I got Sam Darnold, I got Tua. I said I'm not gonna spend $60 on one of these QBs.
No.
And Darnold's been gold.
Yeah.
Dart's been productive.
Yeah.
And Tua is bipolar with his performances.
Which 2 quarterbacks you playing this week?
I'm gonna go Dart against the Bears, and I'm Darnold against Cardinals. Not playing Tua this week. Show likes the 49ers to cover plus 4.5 at home. These teams are close enough despite the injuries that the show thinks 49ers will keep it entertaining. Which I did that. Now the show was on the Rams the first time when they played on Thursday night. So we took an L with the show as well as both of us. The whole show was on the Rams. The Lions against the Commanders. Marcus Mariota, your time to shine. You know what I feel pretty good about? The Lions getting revenge from the playoffs last year. Give me Detroit by more than 8.5, and the show likes Detroit minus 8.5 on the road as well.
Yeah, honestly, they're going to pour it on. There will be no lead that Dan Campbell will be comfortable with. There will be points. I like that. I might get some cash on Detroit minus 8.5.
Detroit going to be a runaway train this weekend, I think.
Oh, yeah. Shorthanded. I mean, Commanders are without Daniels. They're without Lattimore.
Well, was McLaurin's hurt too, right?
Yeah. It's be tough. It's a tough situation, man.
Get some props on the rush.
Aiden Hutchinson against Josh Connerly. Boy.
This week only. Switch him. Let Connerly play left tackle.
Yeah, you might want to think about some stuff here.
All right, the Sunday night game should be a good one, but speaking of ability to protect the quarterback, the Chargers at home with no one left on their offensive line play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers off a big win, a lot of success pressuring and attacking the football against Daniel Jones. TJ Watt with some big plays on the strip sack. Do they do it again this week?
I kind of want to ride the Steelers defense in this game.
I'll make it easy on you. I am picking the Steelers to win this game.
Well, I think that does make it easy to align there. While they're underdogs, I guess on the road to LA is worth noting, but I'm nervous about that Chargers O-line against what the Steelers defense is starting to show. And as long as they don't blow it offensively, which they can. But
this might be the first time this has happened all year The show's on the dog, and you and I are both picking the dog outright.
Wow.
Everybody's on the Steelers against the Chargers this week. Mature quarterback in Rodgers against Minter. Think they'll be able to move that offensive line in Pittsburgh's kind of gelling together. I think they'll be able to move the offensive point of attack against the Chargers' interior defensive line. Ability to protect the quarterback is a major concern for the Chargers. I'm surprised this is LA -3, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I might have to get in on that very quickly.
Before we hit publish, because this would not be the first time in the history of mankind that we've done a show and talked about a line and how much we liked it, and then the line moved.
Okay, go to the FanDuel app right now.
Get it right now? Get locked in?
Yeah, the last time I did this, I bet on Bijan Robinson's overs against the Dolphins, and we didn't come close. Yeah,
you get 10 yards in the whole game.
Let me think about it a little bit more.
Yeah, let's simmer it. You control when the show runs. You're the one who hit publish on the program.
Right. Our
last game, Packers hosting the Eagles, should be a good one. Packers coming off of a L against the Panthers. Philadelphia's off the bye, which I think only amplifies their forecast for this game. But a weird game to pick nonetheless.
It's extremely
tough.
Weird.
It's a tough game to pick.
Yeah, because we know what Green Bay is capable of, and that's concerning because they're capable of really high highs and really low lows. I think they'll play up for Philly, but it is Philly off the bye. Healthy. I mean, you think A.J. Brown's coming out of this thing healthy. I mean, they got Jalen Phillips will certainly help that defense.
Who?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
I kind of want to go Philly here, dude. I feel like this is when they start really coming together as a team.
Okay, if I pick Green Bay, Packers fans, I want you to listen to me very carefully. You give us grief every year. I'm going to pick you. Do not make me regret it. Okay? Do not. I don't want to hear anything from you ever again. I'm picking you to beat the champs on Monday Night Football. And I'm going against Joe to do it. And I'm trying to milk a lead here the back half of the year with the picks. Do not make me be stupid. Because I will clip this and I'll throw it in your face every time you have something nasty to say when we don't say that Matt LaFleur's not the best head coach in football and Jordan Love's not the best quarterback in the history of mankind. Do you understand? I'm picking the Packers. Are you sure you're picking the Eagles?
Go Birds. Go Birds.
Do you want to pick the Packers?
No, I'm going for the Eagles, man. That's my team for this game.
The show likes the Eagles plus 2.5. It's Kyle versus Joe in the show. Not a good place to be. All right, Tim, I hope you made it to the end of the show. You'd be really entertained here by our Discord. Last game. All right, that's going to do it. Kyle Krabs, Joe Marino, Week 10 preview is in the books. Week 10, Joe. Week 10, double digits. We're over halfway there. Make sure you guys tune in. Takes on Takes tomorrow. We got Week 10 action coming your way. And then we'll be back on Monday to react to all of the aftermath of these games. We hope to see you then. We hope to see you tomorrow.